This week on Rugged Expeditions, we're back in Uganda to help out the local Karamojong people with some much-needed supplies. And while we're there, we might have to take care of a buffalo that's been terrorizing their village. Brought to you by Safari Club International, first for hunters. Some say life began in Africa. To see the vast numbers of wild species only found on this continent is truly breathtaking. And the Nile buffalo is no exception. Nile buffalo are for the most part non-threatening to humans. However, when these huge beasts are wounded, they won't hesitate to charge at whatever it was that caused them the pain, hence the name Black Death. So when word made it to camp that there was a buffalo that had killed one of the locals, we headed over there to check it out. I mean, somebody's got to do God's work while he's busy doing other stuff, right? Rather than screw around in town, we said, let's go. Let's just go straight to the charter, pack up our stuff. We're out of here. You pretty much have to charter if you're going to go from one end of Uganda to the other. And where we were going was right up in the northeast corner. It is so good to be back in Uganda. Huh?
You got to be kidding.
With Mac Paget.
Right here.
Here we are once again.
Continent to continent.
That's right. We've come from quite a few different continents this time.
Absolutely. Full coverage.
You came from Australia. I came from America. Scott came from right here in Africa.
Yeah.
Only the southern tip of it. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
The money that sport hunting brings to this basic economy is extremely important, since after all, there's no other source of revenue here. There's no jobs, there's no construction work, it's every man for himself. So outside hunters coming in and spending money on the wildlife brings revenue to these guys that they would in no other way ever receive. The local village had contacted our camp manager asking if we could meet with them so they could show us what the revenue hunters provide has done to improve their village. Revenue that the government derives from hunters is used to pay for anti-poaching patrols. With some of the concession fees charged to hunters, they've been able to build a small school, and they've even got some limited healthcare services now. School's in. This is perfect. We got a bunch of school supplies. I don't know about you, but when Rugged X sees a party going on, might as well join in, huh? See what's happening. It's kaboomie time, huh? Yeah. It's pretty cool getting to see how these people live. See how they build their structures. They were sure great about showing us around, letting us get a tour of the inside of where they live. Can we go ahead and check it out? Yeah. Okay. Thick wall construction like this hut is a must if you're going to survive in the harsh, hot environment. It's really surprising how much cooler it is in here. These thick mud walls that they've got with the sticks and that in them, it really keeps it, it's probably 15 degrees colder in here than it is outside, and it's about 100 and something outside, so this is nice. Probably keeps it warm at night also when you get that fire going, I'm guessing. Wow, pretty good construction job, huh? The people in this corner of Africa pretty much lead a subsistence lifestyle. They grow corn, vegetables, while praying for rain, and try to raise a few chickens and goats. But this is one tough place to scratch out a living. The Karamojong people were really gracious about giving us a tour of their huts and how they operated and what it was like to be living out here, the way they've been living here forever. Wow, the village put on a show for us, including some dancing. Well, you know us. If there's some dancing going on, we're joining in. Woo! That's hard work right there now. That was the marriage song that Mac ran out there to dance in, so, you know.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Mac. I've been at both your weddings now. While we were there hanging out with the Karamojong, I was lucky enough to be able to buy a couple of spears from them. How much are the spears? These guys are well known for their spear throwing. Every male has when he's walking around out in the bush. So they're pretty talented with it. Can we kill a buffalo with this? One of the other super things about getting to go and visit the villagers was that I had a chance to take the Safari Club International Foundation blue bag to them. This is a program that Safari Club's had in place for years, and it's really a special thing for me to get to take something back to the areas where we go hunting and share the wealth a little bit. Al Smith Art School. There you go. Nice eyes. At the end of our visit in the village, our interpreter finally got around to the big topic, which was this badass buffalo that's been in there screwing with the village. He told us that this thing had a big snare on its back leg, that it was distinct, it was hanging out with another bull, and is there anything we could do to help out? Asante! This bull with the snared leg had already killed at least one poor woman who was out retrieving water from a pond when the bull hit her. Luckily, the people told us where they'd last seen the snared bull, so we headed out in that direction to see if we could find his tracks. This was going to be tough. It'd been a couple days since he'd been there, but they said he was using this one water hole. So we hoped that if we found a fresh track, we could get on it, and even if it took us a couple days, by just being persistent, we hope we could track this guy down. There's very few places in Africa that have this kind of open terrain where it's interspersed with trees, but you can really glass a long ways, see what's happening. We're trying to here at midday, see if we can see some buffalo maybe laying underneath some of these trees in the shadow. If we do, then we can hightail it towards them. It makes it nice that when you do see them, you can plant a stalk with the wind and the sun and everything in your favor. And it makes it a lot better than trying to chase them in that thick stuff, eh?
The closest humps, you know, there's
I see.
Little one on the right.
Black spot all by itself to the right of an acacia.
Bright green acacia that's brighter than the rest of them with.
Yeah, let's go see one up close, should we? Getting to see elephants in this area is a real treat, and the Uganda government works diligently at protecting them. Many of the elephants have moved into Uganda from the neighboring Sudan and Kenya, where poaching is completely out of control. But enough of eating lunch and looking at elephants. We've got a job to do, and it's time to get back at it. It's always great when you can get height for an advantage, and we're up on this ridge here where we can see this big, vast valley below us. You can see buffalo way off in the distance. So we can get up here, we'll be able to sit in glass and see what's happening from a good high spot rather than just walking with no game plan. So this isn't typically a problem you run across, but the sheer number of Nile buffalo in the hunting area makes it hard to find one specific bull. It was getting a little bit frustrating. I mean, here you are looking over all these buffalo and not finding the specific one we're after. We'd been looking over a lot of bulls. We'd not found the wounded one yet. and the crew had been working hard. So I decided, hey, it's time to take a little bit of time off. Let's have ourselves a little fun. We got the whole damn gang here. We're here in Uganda for the second spear throwing contest. And Mac, this year, when we're doing it, it's just not a competition that the guy gets to take home the prize of the box. This year, the prize is 20,000 shillings. Not 2,000.
You got to be kidding me.
20,000 Uganda shillings.
Wow, I could retire.
Exactly. And as I recall last time, second place went to the South African Scott Tate.
Really?
Yeah, I think he lost out to
I think he cheats.
Baraka last time.
He practices.
Yeah, but Baraka's not here, so we might have a chance this time.
Okay, let's do this thing.
All right, first up.
Charlie's Western Uganda. I bet nobody can win me on this.
Close.
Scott Tate, Remscheid, Germany. Several illegal substances. Whoa! Little too much arm.
Augustine Chila, ex-poacher.
Whoa!
Good shot.
Close. I would say by the way that these guys are throwing these spears, none of these guys were actual poachers. Or if they were, they didn't kill nothing with a spear.
Okay. Football. Got it! Oh! Push balls over the ground. Mac Badgett, Jacksonboro, South Carolina. Spear chucker you. Oh. Not enough arm.
Lev Wakwale, eat from Eastern Uganda. Long throw.
Woo! Alan Smith, Chico State, javelin.
Another club.
I'm hitting it, but I think the wind's blowing the point off to the side is what the
I
problem
think you're
is.
missing the point. You're not clubbing.
Oh! I would say that this wasn't a very good representation of the spear throwing abilities of neither the Karamojong or the rest of the world that was competing in this event, but
A win is a win.
I guess so. And
I think I was cheated because I shot the box next to the bull, and he went. The winner went low, so I think they would have won by that.
So would you be interested in a rematch?
Yes,
You would?
yes,
You would accept it?
yes.
Just one-on-one, mano-y-mano, you and Scott.
At least the winner takes everything. Let's do the
Okay.
final.
How many throws?
Two. Yes,
Loser
yes.
leaves town?
Two, we take two. If he wins, then I'm sure I have lost.
Okay. Okay.
oh,
Nope.
ah,
Charles squanders his second chance. Here it is for Scott. He throws.
oh! I'm telling you, after that sad display of throwing, the winner, because he's the only guy who hit the front of the box, that cosmopolitan guy from around the world, we're really not even sure where he's from, but the winner of 20,000 shillings, 20,000 shillings is Scott Tate. Let's have a round of
Take the
applause for him. Woo! Scott Tate, any words for the crowd? I mean, that was quite an event.
Yes, on me.
Beers on Skulk. Woo! Right on.
Let's go.
This is our kind of Olympics right here.
Winner, winner.
Everybody's a winner
I knew this
with
contest.
Rugged Expeditions.
I knew this contest was rigged.
The next morning, Skulk suggested we check some water holes for sign of the injured Nile buffalo. What we found was not what we expected. These damn poachers, they wait here by these water holes. This is the last water that is in this whole valley, and it's almost all dried up. And they sit right up here. We saw a little fire right here where they made it. And they probably just weighed them out at night and then shot this old bull. There's a lot that has to be done to stop poaching. And it's not a war of next week or the week after, it's a war forever against these guys. And part of the effort is us as hunters being here and doing something about it.
This is the one with one.
Bad left leg.
This is how you can tell because it's all clumped up like that.
Yeah.
So he's just not putting all of his weight on it. Huh?
No. Look at our boy.
This has to be that one that's in that group of two then.
Yeah.
It wasn't long after seeing the tracks that we jumped the two bulls ahead of us. This is perfect.
So this is close enough.
I wonder if we can get to that next tree right there. See the one right here? Where there's a single one next
With
to
this grass, we should be able to.
The wind is perfect.
What's with that one, skunk?
That's the one with the snake. Walking funny.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they haven't just kept running. They're more just like setting a pace now.
Yeah, but as long as they keep walking, we can walk. We're not looking this side anyway.
We got that next tree in this grass.
Let's go. This wind is good. I'll be right back. See his horn tip? Yeah. He's looking to the left. I think we can get up like another 10 yards maybe, huh?
Let's give it a shot.
He's got to be done.
He's got enough lead in him. God, look at that snare. Benito?
Benito. Wow,
Good shooting, Mac.
that's fun.
God, what a shame. Huh? Look at this. We've been tracking him all day, trying to get up on top of him. This is the one that they were talking about.
That's been there quite a while. Look at that.
God, that poor animal, huh? These poachers, you're using this cable like this. Big snare cable. This is some kind of like fencing wire or something like that. And they put these out with a drag on them.
This is what looks like something off a winch.
Yeah, it does look like winch cable, doesn't it?
But look how about just cut in and you know, trying to heel over. That's gotta hurt.
And it's all full of bugs and stuff. But this is what we as conservationists do, is try and contribute funds and time and money, get out here and try and do what we can to stop this poaching. Thanks to Safari Club Foundation for all they're doing for preventing this kind of stuff. And if we're not the ones out here protecting this wildlife, it would all be like this. It's up to us. Well, it was nice that we ended up coming all the way out here, huh? Came way out away from where we've been hunting. Traveled to a new part of the concession where we've never been before, which was, you know, always good to explore new spots.
You never know what you're gonna find.
Yeah. What a trip. Thanks, man.
Sure thing, buddy.
Another grain full of